PlayStation.
Yay.
Now, this one's kind of, we're kind of thinking outside the box with this one because there's a lot of rumors of things that were leaked and whatnot. So, we'll kind of go in a direction that not too many people were thinking of. So, my first prediction, I think they're going to announce Resident Evil 2 remake because that's been in talks for a long time. I'm sure Capcom will have the honors of announcing that. And I think, I know I kind of flip-flopped on this off screen, but I will say spring 2019.
Okay.
My wish would be for fall.
Yeah.
But I think because you mentioned a good point is you don't want to release it when all these other games are coming out.
Red
it'll just
Dead,
bury
Battlefield,
it.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, it'll
There's
bury
a lot
it
in October.
I mean, they might, but it'll be a poor decision.
Yeah.
So I think spring 2019, nice. January, do you think that's too early for...
They could probably do January.
That's when Resident Evil 7 came out,
Yeah.
and it did pretty well for itself. So
January is becoming one of those months that a lot of times there's only certain titles in there, and they do well because they're past the holiday rush. And...
Well, that's what it is. You want to kind of find that sweet spot, and I
Yeah.
think a game like Resident Evil 2, the remake, oof. If the trailer and if it looks awesome and it looks like they really did a really nice job on it, they release it when nothing else is coming out, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I think.
It could do well.
So I just hope it comes out physical as well. I hope it's not just like some digital nonsense.
Yeah.
I want that on my shelf with the rest of them. So, what do you think about that?
I think if they're going to do a remake, they're going to release it along that springtime, end of fourth quarter, start of first quarter, just to kind of
when things are dwindling down.
Yeah, because like you got to think about too, like a lot of the hardcore gamers, like they're going to buy the games day one in October, and then they're going to be trading stuff in or finishing up games, and they're going to be looking for something to play come January, February, and if they slide that remake in there, it'll probably do well.
See, I wish it was fall. It's a bad idea, but I just like it because of the Halloween season.
If Resident Evil still held the name that it used to, I think you'd be fine with it.
It'd just be on top with everything else coming out.
But I just don't think for a remake, I just don't see them.
Yeah,
doing October.
No, that'll be fine. So, all right. So let's go on to a prediction of yours.
My prediction for PlayStation is that I'm kind of surprised that this hasn't happened already, but Mortal Kombat 11 will be announced with a trailer / gameplay montage.
Mm-hmm.
Probably scheduled for that April-May launch window. Which the biggest surprise though is I know there's rumors been swirling about it. But usually Ed Boon teases stuff out, and then there's usually a trailer ahead of time, so they can get the word out that Mortal Kombat's there. Look for gameplay during E3 or come to the booth at E3. So it'd be kind of shocking to me for them to actually show up on stage and announce it on stage at Sony. But at the same time, every kind of marketing cycle is different, and you got to try different things every single time. But Mortal Kombat is I see as pretty much the king of fighters in a lot of ways. I think it's probably one of the biggest household names, probably next to Street Fighter. So I think it makes sense for Mortal Kombat to be up on the stage at Sony's press conference and just to show off a quick trailer, show off what the story is going to be, and show off some montages of gameplay.
Fate challenges.
And maybe high hopes. Prediction. The Kratos from the new God of War is a playable character. Only on PlayStation.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my high hopes one.
Okay.
With the axe and everything like that, when it just writes itself.
Yeah.
Coming back. Yeah.
I like that.
So that's my high hopes.
Wow.
Prediction
That's
added on to that. Yeah.
That's an exciting prediction.
It is an exciting prediction. I'm excited.
I just realized why Jonah's not here. He's playing God of War.
Oh, probably. You're probably right. You're absolutely right.
The one time he's never missed an episode, by the way.
I'll check on him.
He couldn't make it this episode.
Right now.
And we were hoping for predictions, but he couldn't make it.
I'll find out for you right now.
Blame you for that. Blame you. So
go ahead. What's your next prediction?
Now this one's kind of a little bit different, but because it came out last year, they did this with Crash Bandicoot remake, and I know that they're working on a Spyro, which I'm not really excited for. I never played them. I wasn't into the cutesy dragon sort of thing back in the day.
Yeah.
But anyway, Crash Team Racing.
Yes.
I know that was a wish list on yours.
It is a wish list.
When Crash Bandicoot came out. So I'm excited for that. If that's something that comes into play, that'd be great. I don't know if it'll just be Crash Team Racing, because they did bundle the last three Crashes together. I don't know if they would go further and add the other ones that like there was one for PS2 that came out, which I never played. So I don't know if they'll like combine it with something, but that's something that I'm thinking they'll have some sort of remaster.
I think like Sony and Xbox too, like they don't really have an awesome kart racer. And I say Xbox and Sony because like Activision owns the right to CTR. So even though CTR might come out on PlayStation first, it'll eventually end up on Xbox. But they don't have an awesome kart racer. They don't have a Mario Kart for, like Nintendo does for their system. So I just think that it'd be awesome to remaster it, add some new levels maybe, make it look gorgeous like they did with the Crash Bandicoot remaster, and I think it would do really well. For anybody that was a fan
sweet,
of that.
what was it? It was, Crash was what? 30, 20? It wasn't 20, was it?
What?
$40.
It was like 30 or 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're Jonah,
30,
got it off
$30.
Amazon, and it was like $4 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's I don't know if that's gonna happen. It might not be the right time for it, but maybe it is.
It's the right time. The time is now.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, they don't really have a kart racer, so that'd be interesting. Unless they go left field and throw out another Twisted Metal, but I think that franchise won't come back.
Not anytime soon. They'd have to really dig in for exclusives, I think, if they're going to bring Twisted Metal back.
The last one was on...
It's black.
That was
PS3. Oh, no, it was just Twisted Metal on PS3.
PS3, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't do that well.
Right.
No.
They gotta change or do something. It's hard. That was hard. It's hard to do with everything that's going on nowadays. But anyway, Carmine. Last prediction from you.
So I believe PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds will be announced for PS4, and it will have a release window of this fall. I think it could very well be around the same time as it was last year for Xbox, like December.
Yeah.
I also think November is pretty clear right now. I feel like October is the big month. So I think there's some room to throw some stuff into November. Or it could just be like, hey, you can download it now. So
could be.
I'm going to stick to the fall window in November for the release of it, because Xbox doesn't own the exclusive rights to it. They just published it on Xbox, but I think that they could definitely publish it on PlayStation. Yeah. PUBG is not hurting. They're doing fine, but Fortnite is just beating the crap out of them right now. So I think if they could probably use that resurgence of player base. Yeah. So I think now would be the good time to release PUBG on PlayStation 4, and I think you give them the whole map and the new maps, the desert map or whatever it is that they added to it. And yeah, you get another surge of player base for the game. So. Yeah,
and that's a good one. I think that's inevitable. Yeah. So I see that happening. I can see that. E3 is probably the best time to do it. I do think that Ready to Play It Now would be probably what they're.
That'd be awesome if they did it. I just don't know. For a game like that, like there's a lot of Q&A that probably has to go through it, a lot of certification.
It has to wait.
I think it kind of has to fester and make sure that they test it. Sony's a little bit more critical when it comes to putting games out on the platform. So we'll see what happens. But I think that, like I said, I think November.
That would have been really fun if it was for PSP.
Yes, but it won't happen.
I know. I'm just saying, like, a game like that would be perfect for, like, the handheld.
They got Fortnite on mobile now. Yeah. And they got PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds on mobile.
But I don't like mobile. It's not the same.
Just saying.
It's not the same. I want my controller.
I don't think Switch will get it.
You don't think they'll get
not PlayerUnknown.
They'll get Fortnite, though.
I think they'll get Fortnite.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's saying.
Actually, you want to... Because that's our next prediction is Nintendo.
Any honorable mentions?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I want to wrap up PlayStation.
So everybody's talked about Bloodborne 2, so I'm not going to make a prediction about it. It seems like there's a lot of predictions about it, so I think it's very highly that if Sony does show another exclusive game, it will be Bloodborne 2. There's some crazy rumors about SOCOM. There was like a list that shows SOCOM. I don't think there's any chance of a SOCOM game coming back.
It's
not with all the competition.
I mean, you got Ghost Recon Wildlands. I mean, that alone just reminds me of like the old SOCOM games. You got Rainbow Six Siege, like the tactical sort of thing. I don't know. Unless it's some sort of, I don't know. It's they would have to do something really interesting.
Yeah. And it'd be like Battle Royale. It'd be like
that's what I was saying.
That's like exactly.
It'll come right back to that.
Yeah. And then they give it to a smaller studio and be like, make a battle royale SOCOM game.
But that was
Go.
I
That's but SOCOM was always multiplayer, right? They didn't have.
It was always, in fact, on
campaign, right?
PlayStation 2. That was actually one of the first games to have the broadband attachment for it.
So maybe they do, and maybe they have it as a downloadable game done by some. I just don't know who would do that game.
Listen, if it's done right and it's I'll play it.
Yeah, I mean, it's SOCOM.
The SOCOM for PS3 I enjoyed.
Yeah,
it was the network was a little.
That's when everything went down.
Yeah, it was a little janky, but I had fun playing co-op in it, so it was an interesting game.
Sony's pretty much announced the 4 big games that they showed. So help me God, if Death Stranding is there and it's not gameplay, I'm gonna rip my hair out.
I'm not. I'm just gonna sit there and be like, well, it's just
do not show this game again if you have nothing to show from gameplay. Nobody knows what this game is.
Well, it's the same thing like Final Fantasy VII. Listen.
Oh, that was another honorable mention.
Yeah, you gotta listen. At this point, I don't care about Final Fantasy VII Remake at all. Because they keep going back to the drawing board. Why? Because they're waiting too long. Because they want to make it worth your while, worth your time, and
worth my time.
They don't want to just do it like, okay, let's just make all the graphics great and just do the same thing. See, here's the thing about that game. Most people know the ending already. Most people know the boss battle, so it's like, you think
they would mess with that?
I don't know. I mean, that's a huge thing for the game itself. I mean, you're talking about the story. But that's another thing that they're probably looking at. How can we make this better? How can we make this for new audiences?
I think
maybe they'll have a twist ending or something instead.
You could do something cool where you play through the game and then you actually have another game or chapter that is based around the time of Advent Children, the movie.
Could be.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Could be something they're looking into. But with Death Stranding, that's the same thing. It's like, listen, you don't throw out these little mini weird trailers because the interest to me is like, what is it? What is the game going to be? I don't care at this point. The mystery to me is gone. Like, if you showed that first trailer and then released it a couple months, an actual trailer a couple months after, that works. But when you have year after year of these strange trailers, it just doesn't do anything for me personally. I mean, with everything that's going on, with everything that's awesome in the gaming world now, I'm not focused on something weird.
No patience for this.
Yeah, I'm I don't care. I'd spend millions on making these trailers. I don't care.
Yep.
You have to get these actors and put the dots on their face, do the motion track.
I've been joking for a while, but my prediction would be another CG trailer and it shows Emma Stone's in it or something. And it shows no gameplay.
I just want it to be a Metal Gear Solid game.
Last honorable mention, I know Square is supposedly might be showing off some Avengers stuff. I do think that if Avengers is there, they do show something at Sony's press conference.
I think that'd be fantastic.
With Thor.
And what they do is they say it's going to be released next year, right after Avengers Part 4.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Or Part 2.
Yeah, Part 2. I
was going to say Avengers 4.
Yeah. It's just, the problem is it's Square Enix, though. It's
well, yeah.
Them and their nonsense.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more nonsense with the Japanese studios than it is the West Coast studios.
Well, how many years now when you're finally getting Kingdom Hearts 3?
Are we getting it? Do we have a release date?
I don't know. We got gameplay.
Yeah, I know we got gameplay. People
I'm not interested in it. Why? Because I never played the first 2. Yeah. Why? Because I think I was waiting for 3. The first one came out, I heard it was great. I was going to think about playing it. Then the second one came out. I was like, okay, how's the second one? Is that good? Oh, okay, yeah, it was good. I don't know if it was as good as the first one, but then rumors of the third one. So, for me, I really want to be into the story. So if you're telling me there's going to be a trilogy, let me know how the trilogy is, because I don't want to play the first game, love it. Play the second game, be like, it was okay. And then play the third one, be like, I didn't like how they tied that up.
Yeah.
There's an example that I have somewhere in my head of that, how that happened, when that happened, but I can't remember it right now. But I'm sure it's happened to someone out there where everything was. It's kind of like going back to Metal Gear. Fourth one wrapped up everything perfectly. Then we get a fifth one.
Yep.
Eventually, and it was not complete, and 2 not as good. So,
well, people liked it a lot. It scored really well for that kind of a game. It just wasn't. It wasn't a Metal Gear
open world
experience.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So Yeah.
Another conversation for another day.
Yeah. Anyway, any final prediction, thoughts, anything about PlayStation? No new hardware, so we can't be like, oh, they're gonna bombshell PS5.
Yeah, no.
Because I feel like that would, I feel like that would kill the vibe of all the games that they're announcing.
Unless you're like, these are all PS5 games, which would happen because of Spider-Man.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. So.
PS5 coming out September.
Yeah.
Day one exclusive with with Spider-Man.
So no, I mean, like I said, there's a bunch of stuff that's been rumored and talked about already. So I think it's just wait and see at this point.
Just wait and see.
Part.
Yeah. I just hope, along with all of these, that these leaked I was going to say predictions, but we're making predictions. But these leaked ideas, if you will, are only what it is. But I'm sure they'll have indie titles, stuff like that. Any VR stuff, you think?
That was the other thing. I don't know what's going to happen with VR because I know that they said that it kind of sold under what they were expecting. From
Not surprising.
Yeah. I don't think that you have a new hardware, like a new redesign for hardware or anything for the VR. I think they come out and they show you some stuff that they're working on. They're going to keep kind of working through it. I do think you'll eventually see a PlayStation VR 2, but I think it will be probably correspond with timing of the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll wait and see, but I'm sure they're going to have 2-3 games that are going to showcase what the PlayStation VR can do.
Any PS Online surprises?
Nope.
Service-wise?
They already made it $60, so they increased it $10, I think, this past year, so that's pretty much it.
Gravy. So anyway, let us know what your PlayStation predictions are down in the comments below.